Yo, what is up, my dudes? It's your one and only Totimon streaming across the Stotiverse. Welcome to Adventure Thursday. How's everybody doing this week? I hope you guys had a good week. Mine has been fairly well. Unfortunately, yesterday I couldn't upload any videos to YouTube. I've been having some technical issues, which I felt like maybe I shouldn't stream today because normally I reward myself for the stream for work done, but we are still having those technical issues. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna chill out on stream. Maybe it's not that deep, right? It's not that deep. We just gotta chill out and have some fun with it, man. So I'll probably get back to that on over the weekend. There is quite a few videos that I will be putting up. Um, and in future also, there's the long list of things that I hope to be doing across all the Stoto medias. Anyway, we're gonna be jumping back into Black Desert today. We'll finish up with our weekly Ronaros before the quest resets for the week today. So that's why I would like to have it done today. And then maybe tomorrow we'll do another weekly Ronaros just to kind of capitalize on the putty pieces. We'll be still on the first putty piece for the HP, infinite HP pot. And okay, so I figured out in BDO that you can't purchase Capotias, but you can actually craft them. So we're gonna craft a ring and earrings basically. So I can have 2 pen earrings and 2 pen rings. That should take us to about nearly 270 AP, which will be better for our grinding as well. And but in order to do that, we'll have to take a run to the desert, which is always fun, and just to collect the recipe required to make the materials to craft the Capotia accessories. But for today, we're going to be starting out with a little bit of Reactor Bertolinos while my game is being updated. It's still gonna take a few minutes. So alright, we'll start off with a little bit of Reactor Robertolinos. Let's see what's going on with Twitch. Apparently there's been some developments.
Deed goes unpunished. And Twitch CEO Dan Clancy did a good guy thing a little bit ago. And I'm calling on
Alright, let's pause the music. Hello to you too, Mother Stota. How's it going, Phantom? Good to see you, buddy. Oh, right. Yeah, dude. I started my own world. I got a couple of mods going, right? I think I may have overdid it with some, but I also wanted that hard mod that we saw that dude was playing with the other day. That dude, the guy that you raided, that was a cool looking hard. So I got like the colored icons. All right,
A
sweet.
couple new big things were announced
So if
by
you don't
Twitch today.
mind,
So the first big change is that Twitch will soon.
if you don't mind, later when you are streaming, dude, maybe I'll join you. I'll keep it going a bit longer. All right, sweet. I know at least now I'll be able to spawn closer to you so we can get started on it. But if you don't mind, before we jump into your world, right, I want you to jump into mine just to have a gander at what I made. I just made a layout basically for you to just have a look at, and then we'll just point out all the stuff that's there that's interesting if you're interested in getting some mods. All right, no problem, no problem. I'll probably end my stream by then. Okay. All right. Yeah. It's basically the Earth-like planet, the same base. I got a couple of things on the outside, like a couple of mod reactors and stuff. Like I got the whole Stargate mod. So it's just basically a quick walk around. Should only take like a 5-10 minutes, just to show you what I put up with the mods and stuff, and how it looks. And then yeah, then we can jump into yours and do some serious work on that one. One mod I would recommend is, I'm thinking about it, but you know what? I don't know if my PC will run it. Like back in the day, my PC couldn't handle the game itself. Like it's all right, all right. What is the time now? It's already 11 o'clock. Yeah, but I think now it's gotten a lot better with performance in terms of the hardware and stuff. Because way back then, like when we just found the game, it was, yo, dude, it was hardcore on the system. Yeah, but no, wait, I'm getting my graphics card, bruh. I'm getting a, which is how I got lucky with this one, dude. When my older PC, I was running. Actually, we knew that we got lucky. All right, let's start with this one. I had a 4690 CPU before, right? So when my PC came, the whole case was broken and damaged. The motherboard was fucked up, so I needed to get the new motherboard. I couldn't find a motherboard. No sweat, dude. No sweat. You always loved you. You always welcome, and we enjoy you being in our chat, dude. Thank you so much for being here, mate. I need to give you a shout out. Give me a sec. I'll get to that. So I was looking for a motherboard, and I found somebody that stays not too far from here that does repairs and stuff. So I went to go see him. Took my PC to him and stuff. See if we could repair it, and then he was busy with this one. So they said, no, okay, this is also a fourth gen, but this is a 4790 or something like that. And I found out afterwards that this CPU is the best CPU of the generation. So I was lucky to get this whole case, motherboard, power supply, CPU for like 1.5. All I had to do was put my graphics card and hard drives in there. That was it. And then the power supply was a bit wonky, so I put my own power supply in. But that's not a problem. It's working fine. Then I'm getting I got the 752 gigabyte VRAM. So I need something with solid VRAM. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go all out with the graphics card. I'm gonna get a 4060 16 gig VRAM. And I've been doing some research on it. And apparently this CPU, being the best of its generation, pairs very well with the 4060. I didn't realize that it could actually support that range of a graphics card. So within 2 months, I should have enough to get that. Say 2-3 months, then I'll have that graphics card, and then it will work. Then there's no game that I can't stream, basically, dude. And then yeah, like for everything else that we're doing for YouTube, for video editing, like that RAM, VRAM, 16 gigs VRAM will be more than enough, and the graphics card will be powerful enough for everything else that we're doing, which will allow us to bring more stuff to all our content creation. So yeah, let me get you a shout out to. I hope my commands are still working. And then we'll jump into some Reactor Battle. You know, guys, please go check out our buddy Phantom. Yes, guys, please go follow our buddy Phantom. He is an awesome person and just as awesome streamer, dude. You guys will have fun in this channel like we always do. Plus, we're getting the group back together. The boys are back together. All right, let's jump into Reactor Battle. You know, I see that Twitch has made some improvements, dude. Like they're moving up to 4K streaming and stuff.
Finally be supporting AV1 and HEVC, which essentially means that you'll be able to stream at higher quality without increasing your bitrate. And second, Twitch will soon be allowing you to send multiple video streams at...
Okay, so before he continues on, let's break it down. Having the 4K is going to be awesome. Obviously, you need an insane bitrate for 4K. You need like 25 to nearly 50 megs of upload speed. But with AV1, you don't need as much. You can actually use less than it. It's like less than half the required upload speed to stream at 4K. But I mean, we're not gonna need to go at 4K. I think the best we'll do is maybe 1080p or something like that. Maybe 1080 at 60 frames once we get a graphics card. But that's why I'm also going with a 4060, because that supports AV1. And I thought maybe Twitch will take a little bit longer before it gets to AV1. But then now that they're doing it already, I need a graphics card like yesterday, dude. Dang. This is the reason. And then, I mean, DaVinci Resolve for video editing also supports AV1, and YouTube also, I think, has AV1 support. So it's gonna work out.
Quality settings for viewers that have slower internet.
This new feature will allow streamers to transmit up to 5 concurrent streams to Twitch at different resolutions and quality, so each viewer can receive the optimal experience.
We won't talk.
Wait. Did you hear that, dude? So now what they're doing is then allowing us, we can send 5 different streams at different qualities. So anybody with cuck internet can watch us, and then, yo. All right, well done, Twitch. Well done. I don't know if they're gearing up to be competing with X, because Elon Musk said he's also starting with Twitter live streaming, which is going to be interesting. From what the article said is that when you're live streaming on Twitter, any ads that show in your chat, basically, like that, you get 100% of the revenue from the ads, which is, I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Too much about the first piece of news, because honestly, it's pretty cut and dry.
Twitch needs a bit of healthy competition in order to step up their game. Because like Kick is still fresh in the game, they still getting to that point. It's like how Twitch was back in the day, like a Wild West kind of thing, you know what I mean? Almost anything goes on that place. But yeah, I think Twitch does need healthy competition. I'm not gonna leave the platform. For me, I do it for fun as a hobby, chill out with the boys, have some fun, reward myself for work done and stuff like that. But I think I'm gonna keep it going. Like, I like Twitch because of the culture, for the culture, man. And yeah, man, the atmosphere on Twitch, like that's something I got hooked into before I started streaming. I enjoyed just chilling out on Twitch, making friends, stuff like that. But I'm glad that things are getting better. They're really stepping it up.
Right. AV1 support
so which means that
an amazing
even
thing.
for like people like us, right? Look, South Africa has a decent internet connection. I know, okay, here we do. When I was at home, I had a 25 up, 25 down line, which I probably will get again when I'm back home again. So with a 25 up, I would be able to stream to at least 4 platforms, basically, right? With a 6 meg should be good enough. But now, with AV1 on those platforms, we can actually have a lower bitrate or use the same bitrate and have a higher quality, which is freaking awesome. I was waiting for this to happen. I thought it might happen maybe down the line in the year, maybe even next year or something like that. But now that they're introducing it this soon.
Actually even stream at 1440p and 4K. Now, not everybody will be able to take advantage of AV1 support right now, because you still need an RTX 4000 series graphics card or an Intel Arc GPU in order to take advantage of that. But a lot of people seem to have glossed over.
You need a 40 series graphics card in order to take advantage of the AV1. This is why I'm going with the 4060 16 gig VRAM. Yeah, no, I think I made the right choice there. I definitely made the right choice with that one, because it's gonna work out for us. This is what I was thinking about, long run. How is it gonna work out for us? Because once I have that, I might not need ever to change my graphics card again for what we're gonna be able to do with it.
That they also announced HEVC support, which way more people have access to. You don't need a 4000 series GPU for that. HEVC is not quite as clean as AV1, but it's still better than H.264. By the way, I literally just woke up, so I am not privy to all of the news that got announced. I didn't even put my pants on yet. But I haven't seen anything talking about an increased bitrate cap, so I'd still like to see Twitch increase the bitrate limit. But this is still great news. There's just not really much to talk about here. Don't really have a hot take here to give you. But the second news item, that I do have some thoughts.
I will be customizing my
right
shoutouts.
You have a choice. You
I haven't really.
At a really high bit rate.
Sorry, let me pause it again for a second. Yesterday I was busy. I wanted to do all my YouTube stuff first, and because we had some technical issues, I wasn't able to do that, and we caught up with other things, load shedding, power issues, and whatnot. So the day kind of got away from us. I did look into, like, get started, make the notes and stuff that I did for the bells and whistles that I want to do for stream, for the channel points, shout outs, commands, this, that, and so I got the basics set up. My notes are there. I just need to work at it. So most likely this weekend, but that's going to give us a bit of a hectic workload. But I think, okay, so yeah, I think I'll do it this weekend, and then we'll keep at it every weekend. So this weekend and then the following weekend. But on Monday the 22nd, I'm not going to be around for stream. So unfortunately, that's one day we lose out on streaming. But I don't think it's not a bad thing. It's just some personal things I need to take care of, which is actually a good thing. It's actually a good thing, because I was expecting that to happen also within a few months. But the fact that it's happening now provides us more opportunity. So super, super grateful. Ultimate gratitude to God for that one. He's always got my back.
Potentially make your stream unwatchable for people that have slower internet, or you could just stream at a lower quality to make your stream more accessible, but then your stream doesn't look as good. But with this new change, you don't have to decide. You can just stream at multiple quality settings and then let your viewers decide what quality setting works best for them. But here's the thing, YouTube offers transcoding for everyone, not just partnered streamers. Transcoding is what gives quality options in the bottom right of your stream. On Twitch, only partners.
Not necessarily. I get transcoding options. I suppose if there was the achievements of have like build a community achievement, have like a certain amount of people chatting at a time, then you can get the transcoding options. But what Twitch is doing here, what they mentioned in the stream with Harry Scheller and DJ Clancy, was that they're trying to move all the hard work of streaming to client side. So it's not like a more stress on us. I mean, they're giving us better opportunity, making it easier for us to do so. We'll be able to transmit 5 different quality levels, which won't hurt us because we are already doing it basically that way. It's just going to be from our side, because we can then customize what we want at those quality levels. So it makes it easier for viewers to pick it up directly from us in a way. I mean, it has to go via Twitch, but I think this is a good thing.
Have access to guaranteed transcoding. Affiliates get transcoding, but only if they have the resources available. So my initial reaction was like, okay, hold on, this sounds like bullshit, okay? They're making us pay for all of the transcoding, pay for all the extra network bandwidth, and then they're selling this idea as if this is some kind of benefit to the streamer. That sounds kind of sneaky, because encoding your stream 5 times is already expensive enough. You also need the extra bandwidth to send 5 streams to Twitch. So this just sounds like yet another way for Twitch to cut costs, and that feels kind of shitty when Twitch already takes 50% of her revenue. But I slept on it a bit more. My thoughts now are a little bit more understanding. So I firmly believe that Twitch really honestly tried to offer transcoding for all of their affiliates, but they probably just determined that it's just not going to be economically viable. Transcoding is already very expensive. There's a reason why they don't offer it for every streamer. So allowing the streamer to do the transcoding instead of Twitch just seems like their way of saying, hey, we're never going to be able to get to a spot where we can offer transcoding for everyone. So here's our compromise. The only other alternative is for Twitch to do nothing, and then your viewers get no quality options. So from Twitch's perspective, I kind of understand what they're doing now. It is still a little unclear exactly how this is all going to work, but just to be clear, they're not taking transcoding.
He does have a point. He does have a point that we may need to push, but I think they'll make it a little bit easier than that. Like, we might not need to. Basically, if you're streaming to Twitch, then what he's saying is you're pushing out 5 streams to Twitch. So which means you need a solid upload speed. Because if you're going at let's say a 6K bitrate, then you need to do it 5 times over, which means you need to have a minimum of 25 megs upload speed and higher actually, which is it's kind of heavy. It's kind of heavy. On the one hand, we can have now. I think it will like maybe not. I don't think, because that's insane. Because pushing 5 streams up to Twitch at the same time, that's hardcore. But I don't think it's gonna be that hectic. It's probably gonna be a little bit easier for us to do it. I'm hoping it's not gonna be that case, because what if we are multi-streaming and stuff like that? Then we need, you know what I mean? We need that bitrate to go to other platforms as well. But now, okay, let's use me for an example. Once I get the graphics card, I got AV1 on YouTube. We got AV1 on Twitch, which means we can lower the bitrate or use the same bitrate for higher quality on those platforms. But now, if we are, that means you have to customize your outputs with every platform that you are outputting to. When it comes to Twitch, maybe using double the bitrate to get those multiple streams for transcoding and stuff like that. But I don't know. I just hope they don't fuck it up with this one. Yeah. If they can make it a simple thing where we don't require as much resources, basically we can use the same setup, everything that we're using right now, but provide 5 at the same time, 5 different quality levels. That should work fine. But if it's going to require more resources from us, like having freaking 5 times the bitrate, then yeah, that's going to cause some more drama.
Coding away from anyone, at least for now. Transcoding is still going to be available for partners, and it will be available to some affiliates, provided that Twitch has enough resources to do that. But I am still curious how this is all going to work, because right now, you don't know if you'll get transcoding until you go live. And if I was still an affiliate, I would gladly.
Alright, so there's a way to actually do this. I think once you've hit the achievement of build a community on Twitch, right? You can get transcoding. If your stream does not have transcoding when you start up, you should check that out. If it doesn't, end your stream and restart. That usually works. But I think I'm fortunate in a way that I do get transcoding, so I might not need to do the multiple stream.
Gladly handle all of the transcoding on my own PC, but only if Twitch didn't already have the allocation for me. If they have the allocation for me, I'd rather them do the transcoding so I don't have to. A lot of this stuff is still fluid, nothing is set in stone, so I'm sure this will become a lot clearer as this feature gets out of beta. I still think it's kind of shitty that we're the ones paying for all the extra resources to transcode our own streams on our end, even though I understand that it probably wasn't Twitch's choice to begin with. But my hope is that with all of these cost-cutting measurements and with all these ads that Twitch keeps forcing down our throats, my hope is that this eventually leads to Twitch expanding their 70-30.
I know you get transcoding, right? But what do you think about this idea that Twitch is doing right now? So it's not like they're getting rid of what they're doing. They're still going to be keeping it as is. But this does provide more opportunity for those that are able to send 5 different streams to Twitch if the resources are required. And if you have it, then you can send it, which means your viewers can watch you at different qualities, no problem, if you don't have transcoding options. Which means they can then allocate those transcoding options to other people as well. Now, they won't be able to do it for everyone, which is like, I think people with low-end systems are going to have a bit of a quality. They'll make it mold about it because they won't, if they don't have transcoding and they aren't able to send multiple streams up for different quality, those people are going to complain about it. I think, like me, I'm fortunate enough to get it, so that's not going to be a problem for us. I don't know, what's your thoughts on that, Phantom?
Splits. Last year, Twitch announced the Partner Plus program, where if you maintain 350 paid subs, that doesn't include gifted subs, for 3 months in a row, your sub split gets increased from 50-50 to 70-30 for the next 12 months. I actually think that's a really great change. It actually gives you something tangible to work towards, but I hope that Twitch is able to save even more money to bring in more people into that program, and then ideally give 70-30 to everyone. Except I'm probably asking for too much, so that's probably not gonna happen. I'll probably be dead by the time that happens. Or you know what? Maybe they can give us the option to give up our transcoding allocation in exchange for that higher sub split. So right now,
that's not gonna work.
I've said that 3 times. I'm not trying to show off or anything, but like, it's not a big deal. But I'm a Twitch partner, so that guarantees me access to transcoding. But I would gladly give up my own guaranteed transcoding allocation if that means I get to keep more of my money from my subs. Obviously, I have no idea if this is something that's actually economically viable. And like, Twitch isn't stupid. They've obviously discussed this internally. But if transcoding is Twitch's biggest expense right now, which I'm pretty sure that it is, I will gladly take on some of their load. Let that simmer a bit.
Yeah, because he can afford to do it, but start.
Yesterday, I was a little bit harsh. I kept on saying that Twitch is making us transcode. I shouldn't have said it that way, because they're not taking away anything about how the current transcoding system works. They're just providing another alternative to guarantee yourself transcoding.
LVI is still under maintenance.
There's no way to do that. Initially, I thought it was kind of shitty that we're the ones that are transcoding on our PCs when I thought Twitch should have done it. But having thought about it a bit more, I actually think this is a really incredibly creative move by Twitch's part. Twitch saves a bunch of money, and you not only get guaranteed transcoding, but you get to use modern encoders, which means higher quality, and it's lower latency. So I take back this tweet here, okay? This was a shit tweet. I'm gonna keep it up because I'm gonna own it, but this is a bad tweet. Now, there was some more news that came out yesterday. It turns out that Twitch also laid off a lot of their staff, I think 35% of their staff. So even though Twitch is saving a lot of money from transcoding, my theory that we're eventually gonna see Twitch expand the 70-30 split to more people kind of seems a lot more doubtful now. That being said, over the past year, we've already seen Twitch do a lot of stuff.
I don't think that 70-30 split is going to happen for everyone. They'll keep it as a partner plus. We have to also take into account Twitch is a business. And a business purpose is to make profit every year. Ever since Twitch inception, it has never made a profit throughout the years. Never 1 year has it made a profit. I mean, we at a point where Twitch is okay. It is the biggest platform. So Amazon might not just say, you know what, to hell with it, we're letting go of Twitch. But it's a possibility. It's a freaking possibility, because as a business, it's not cutting it for Amazon. If it was making the profits that it was looking for and stuff like that, I think they would have provided a higher split for all streamers across the board, not just for partners. Obviously, they would have done it for partners first and then work it into affiliates and stuff like that. I mean, they don't owe it to us. But I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon where they'll be able to provide us higher splits for our subs.
That we never thought they'd do before. They already expanded the 70-30 split to more people with the Partner Plus program, ironically by cutting the pay of the top earners on Twitch. But today there's a lot more people that qualify for that 70-30 split that a year ago never would have had any chance. And last year they also laid off a bunch of people, and they still did that, which surprised the hell out of me. We've also seen them change their mind on multi-streaming. We've seen them invest in an actual discovery feed. We've seen them support actual vertical format content. So as unlikely as it is, and I know that it's unlikely, but this is going to be my hot take for the video. I don't think it's going to come anytime soon, but I think at some point, Twitch is going to expand the 70-30 split to more people. I don't know when that's going to be, but right now you need 350 paid subs to qualify for that split. I think at some point in the future, we're going to see that number lower. I don't think they're going to give it to every single streamer, maybe not even every partner, but I think that 350 number, I think that's going to go down. So that's my hot take. Now, they're not just going to give us a higher split because like we asked for it. Like, it doesn't work that way. Like, we need to give something up. There needs to be some kind of compromise, and I believe that offloading the transcoding to our PCs instead of on Twitch's servers, I believe that is the compromise. But I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, so if you think I'm wrong, just let me know down below and be like, "No, you're stupid, and that's never gonna happen. Oh, you're delusional." But anyway, guys, if you're interested in trying out the enhanced broadcaster thing, just go to your Twitch dashboard. There should be a button where you can
it's not the easy task when
go to your dashboard, either party. Make sure you click on that. And yeah, if you guys want more rants about streaming things, I'm probably never gonna do this again because I might get roasted. But yeah, okay, you can subscribe or whatever. I'm still not wearing pants, by the way. It's literally a day later. I figure I'm at home. Who's gonna know? All right, cool. See you guys tomorrow. There should be another video this week. Thanks guys for watching. Goodbye.
Oh, you back again, dude. Thanks for that. I was thinking about it the other time you sent a message, but thank you. I appreciate it, dude. I mean, I could use some. And I have been good. Last year. That's what I mean. Like, things are paying off. Things are working out. It's all good. It's all good. Alright, I have a few videos lined up. Video is updated and running right now. Probably need to just add it to the stream, but we'll watch these few. I have an interest in what they are saying in these videos.
I try really hard not to punish people for being the good guy. Like, we all know the phrase, no good
deed goes unpunished.
Deed goes unpunished. And Twitch CEO Dan Clancy did a good guy thing a little bit ago. And I'm calling on all of you not to punish him for the good deed, but just to not forget something that he promised.
And timeline aside, those savings will be passed on to the streamers?
After this past TwitchCon in October, Dan came onto my stream, shared some pretty big secrets, and then also made some pretty big promises, including the promise to pay streamers more as they rolled out some new changes. Today they announced they're rolling out some of those changes, including something called enhanced broadcasting that they're releasing in collaboration with OBS and NVIDIA. It's supposed to make streaming easier for the streamer and higher quality for the viewer, and they talked about 3 specific benefits, but of course they left out the one promise that Dan made. So let's talk about those benefits and let's see if they're actually any good. Speaking of making your streams better, did you know you can get 50% off stream overlays and alerts on owned.tv right now using code Senpai? Actually, I lied to you, don't use code Senpai. I'm looking at their site right now and apparently they're 65% off for the new year. So if you're looking to spice up your stream with new... Let's talk about Twitch. So enhanced streaming is kind of a package of a handful of different upgrades for the streamer experience. One of the biggest ones is something Dan and I talked about in our interview a couple months ago, and it's called client-side transcoding. I know it's a lot of big words.
Yeah, we were there, chat. We were there for the stream.
Partners stream, and if you click
Did you see my name in the chat?
At the bottom, you can choose what resolution you watch it in. That's called transcoding. Twitch takes your stream in whatever resolution you're streaming in, and then it reprocesses it into lower resolutions. That way, people in areas that have bad internet can still watch without a ton of buffering. But because it's so expensive for Twitch to do, it's literally Twitch's biggest expense. They're not able to give it to everyone. So only partners get it, and then affiliates get it on like a first come first serve kind of basis. So sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't as an affiliate.
I don't know.
It happens on
that first come first serve kind of basis, it doesn't really make sense, because I've seen a lot of people that are able to do it as an affiliate. So you can get transcoding. If you, like I said, you restart your stream if you don't have it from the beginning. There are some of us that are privileged enough to get it without having to restart our stream, which I'm thankful for, even though I had like gap years between streaming. Like every time there was a year. Over the past, say, 2 years, since 2022 I took a year, 2023 I took a year, and I came back and I still had it. So in that way I feel blessed and privileged in a way that we do get it. But I don't think it's like, obviously everyone can't get it, because like you're saying, it's too costly for Twitch and it's too much of a workload for them. So that's why they're implementing this, so that those that can do it themselves will offer an opportunity for more people to get it that can't actually do it for themselves.
Right now up to 3 different resolutions, and in the future up to 5 different resolutions, and then sends all of those to Twitch. And there are a handful of benefits to doing this, as well as some other features they're releasing. So let's get into those 3 benefits. Benefit number 1 is automatic stream configuration. And this is huge. This is a big deal, especially for new streamers. You won't have to manually adjust your encoding settings in OBS anymore. You know that stuff where the first time you looked at it looked like complete mumbo jumbo? Now OBS can send your PC hardware directly over to Twitch. Twitch will take a look at that, decide what's gonna give you the best results, and send that configuration back to OBS. So basically, you just get to open up OBS and hit go live. Huge. Twitch also said in the article
that is
this
awesome.
is how they plan to enable higher resolution streams like 1440p 60, 4K 60, and this is benefit number 2. Yeah,
that will really help
4K
for people
streams.
like me who tend to get OCD about these settings, and you're always tweaking and looking for the best quality and stuff like that. Like, I know my camera is still making me quite an OCD, because it looks fine when it's big, but when it's small like that, it just, I don't know, there's just something about it that's, I don't know, irking my OCD a little bit. So this is going to be awesome. So you don't have to go and tweak settings and stuff. I mean, if you want to, then you can still, but I don't think it's going to make much of a difference to having this automatic setup, which is going to be awesome.
On Twitch, that's a big deal. They don't get into specifics. There's literally like 1 sentence on 4K in the entire article, but it sounds like they're implying that the only way to get 4K is to use auto configuration. And from their point of view, that would actually make a lot of sense. I assume what they're trying to do here is make sure that people don't see 4K, turn it up to 4K, crank up all their settings, and then cost Twitch more money, especially since this entire update is to help Twitch lower their costs. But that leads us to benefit number 3. With the support of H.265, AV1 encoding, and transcoding all happening on the streamer's computer, viewers will be able to watch higher quality streams at lower bit rates, and every streamer, potentially every streamer, will be able to have different resolutions available on their streams. And on the topic of higher quality, something people don't think about is Twitch's encoders are actually multiple years old because they bought them in bulk. Being able to do the encoding
Okay,
on your
chat,
own
I know
system,
what you're
especially
thinking. You're thinking, but then we have to upgrade our graphics cards and our old systems just to be able to offer transcoding. In a way, possibly. You won't be able to do it. I think if you have anything, like, okay, maybe you will be able to do it even if you have something less than a 40 series. But having something like a 40 series with AV1, which, oh man, which means that lots of people are going to be buying into 40 series, and the prices of the 40 series are actually going to shoot up, not down with the 50 series coming out now. Which is, you know what, it's a bit of a clever marketing scheme with NVIDIA and stuff like that. But it does offer us better opportunity, because now we're stepping up the game. We're stepping into a new age also, where we have better capabilities. And yes, freaking things are pricey, dude. 40 series, the one that I want alone is over $500. Here in South Africa, that's like over 10,000 rand, dude. So yeah, it makes it sound more expensive here, because it fucking is. But that's what we're gonna need to do. Like, look at me. I got a 4th gen. A 4th freaking gen. I might have the best CPU, which I was lucky to find of the generation, which does pair well with 40 series. But if I'm able to do it, there'll be plenty out there that will be able to do it better. So, like, I don't know, maybe 2030 series graphics card, you'll be able to do the transcoding, but you'll obviously have to use a higher bitrate. You can probably even stream at 4K with a higher bitrate if you have the bitrate to do so in a lower end PC.
if you have like a 30 or 40 series card, is going to significantly upgrade the quality of your stream. So
there
this,
we go.
in my opinion, is the obvious next step in streaming technology, especially as GPUs and their built-in encoders are getting even better. Plus, it will eventually remove Twitch's largest financial burden, which is transcoding. Which brings us to Dan's promise. All these announcements.
All right, I have another point to make. Like you said, 30 and 40 series. So that means NVIDIA is going to be improving the graphics cards as they are. So we'll be getting better drivers, which will also offer the ability to improve our content, our streams and stuff like that. I don't know about lower cards. Maybe 20 series they might. If there's a lot of noise about it, don't you think they'd be forced to actually also implement certain stuff like that? Like, okay, you're not gonna get AV1 encoding with maybe a 20 and 30 series, but you'll still have the capability of transcoding. Makes sense, right?
Today, none of them were actually new. Like all of these things.
I mean,
were shared
everyone
by
is
Dan
just
during our
allows you
interview
to
back
use
and he made it pretty
less
clear that the
bitrate
biggest thing
for
stopping
higher
Twitch
quality.
from paying all streamers a 70-30 split is these processing costs. Processing that they're removing from their computers and putting on yours instead. And so at the end of this interesting portion of the interview, I made sure to ask Dan a very straightforward question, something that we could clip and use to hold him accountable in the future.
And timeline aside, those savings will be passed on to the streamers?
Yes.
As these changes roll out, if we don't see the Partner Plus program expand to more streamers, or the 70-30 split gets given to all streamers, this clip will be your collateral. It'll be your coupon to hand into Twitch and say, hey, you promised this, let's make some change. Now, I'm not saying we should expect all streamers to get 70-30 even within this year. This is gonna be a very gradual change. Twitch is still giving transcoding to all partners, and only 40 series NVIDIA GPUs even have AV1 encoders built in. So it's gonna be a little bit to see streamers adopt this technology as they update their hardware. So it is important to remember that these things take time and patience is a virtue to a point. And let's just not let it get past that point. I'll leave a link in the description to the full interview. I'll also leave a link to the page where you can request to get early access to the enhanced broadcasting.